Greetings. This is Anubium. We're going to play some Entropy TD on Starcraft2. Quite possibly my favorite game ever created. Mad props to Goya for creating such a fine puzzle. So for those of you who've never played, this is the competitive mazing tower defense. So that was the map selection. So we voted random. Random wins just about every game. And this is a horrible map to narrate because there really isn't a whole lot you can possibly do. So job one is to get to this spot here. You want them running over that 2.3. Otherwise you are giving away lots and lots and lots of minerals. So I can't even get to it once without... I can only get to it once. Aha, but I can get to it twice. So what this does for you, the little dollar sign, you're going to get 2.3 times the wave. So it's going to be 2.3. So I'm going to get paid 2. It always rounds down, so if it was a 0.9, it would pay 0 here. So that'll pay 2, and then they're going to hit the TP, come back up, hit it again, and get paid again. So I'm actually going to get 4. Other things to be mindful of. Always check map early. So you're looking at supply. Supply said 39. And the speed there, that 4% is going to be key. So 4% means if I click on a tower, you're going to have 61 speed ups to max your tower speed, which means this game is going to be a little bit slower than most. There is a 3% seed that is 81 speed ups to max, which takes forever. It's pretty rare though. The more common one is 5% is 49 speeds, and then 6% is 41. So you got to be mindful of what you're choosing to do based on those things. So here, the other thing we got to watch out for here is what is running our maze. So this particular wave is immune, so it's not going to pay us anything for hitting these spots anyways. So I was trying to sell off and see if I couldn't get to the income here. Income is going to pay, for every income you have, 3 times the wave level. There is a small bonus of 2 times the wave level for the person that does the most damage. So it looks like Ice Cold is getting it. I didn't see who won it last time. Ice Cold. So he's gotten a little bit extra gold both times. This particular wave here does not use the TP. So, and you only get paid based on the first runner. So I'm going to make sure I get paid everything I can possibly get paid by the mineral spot anyways. I don't see a way to save not use a 1x1 tower. So rookie mistakes is using these when you don't have to. So sometimes there's ways to avoid it. Like if we were just a little bit wider, we could sneak that in there and be fine. But it just can't be done here. So let's see if I can find a way up here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Go back there. Nope. Nope. I'm trying to find a way to get the mineral spot 3 times. Ideally, you want to hit it once for each point, so once to 1, and then again to finish, and your TP. So in this game, you're trying to get to 3, but I'm not sure it's possible based on where that's located at the moment. My brain is struggling. Like I was saying, this is a 4% map, so we have some time, so I'm going to take some income. I'll probably take, if it's a 6% seed, I usually go up to maybe $200 on the price. 5, maybe like $250, and if it's 4%, I can go up to $300. That changes a little bit based on the map itself. If, let's say, this was a darker, let's say this was a 30% or a 32 or something really low, and you knew that was going to really slow the lings down and make a big group so that a whole bunch of kills were possible, then those numbers decrease a little bit. So it's just a general. It's not a hard and fast rule there. So again, I'm just making sure I get paid the 2 that I can get because I don't see how to get the third one. I can't get up and over. I think this map is just constrained enough where I can't get it. All 3 anyways. So once you get your minerals set up, you're going to start considering where on earth do I plan on killing these guys. I'm not sure what ice cold deal is. So let's go back here. We talked about 39, so there's not a whole lot of supply. 39 is not bad, but when you get in the low teens, that can get awfully frustrating. Look at the waves here. If you click on it, you want to do this before wave 1, but because I'm narrating, I'm a little slower than I would have normally been. Hulkling, you're going to be able to kill a lot of them on the way to 1, but then they're going to get a huge amount of hit points on the way back to finish. So you want to make sure that you are on the way to 1, hitting that TP so that they stay in their lower form. These guys stay packed together a little bit better. These guys, the one guy is running way faster than the pack, so you have a chance to really kill a lot in the pack. So I'm seeing a lot of things that are good to use something that will do pack damage. So something what we refer to as splashy. The idea, back to the idea of minerals, the idea of getting 3 passes on it, the concept is called max passing. It means you're hitting it as often as you possibly can. Now I'm seeing how to do it. If I break on your worker in this bottom corner, sometimes this is here, and some games it's not. If I were to break this, I could close this off here. I think I'm going to do it anyway, so let's just go ahead and do it. I got to sneak 1 by 1 there. I got to get that. Nope, I'm going to get it down a little bit because I got to do this. Need this to get over. Another 1 by 1. Okay, so now let's think about. Oh shoot! Nope, that was not helpful because I can't clear this spot down here. Not that I see, anyways. So that was a waste of money. That was a mistake. I didn't understand how the TP worked down here. So now what to do? Is it fixable? So do I take the 50 damage? Or do I take something down like this tower maybe? If you push W, you can see where it lands. Let's go take a look at towers. Ooh, big splash is cheap. That might be where you want to go. So I'm going to click on it. And everything sells for 100% minus any speed and damage upgrades that you've done. So I think that might be where I want to go. So you're just not going to get any passes up here to make it worth your while. Maybe I could have broken up at the very, very top. That would have been better as well. Then I could have just closed here. Not the smoothest played game. Go back to what I was doing. 3 income. So now I've actually got to build something here pretty quick. I could push them down this way by breaking that rock, but that's really expensive. And my tower would be in a horrible spot for that. So what I'm going to do is slide that over, thinking long term of how to do this. So I'm using way too many 1 by 1s, but whatever. It's going to have to be. And now I can't reach over here. Let me sell that. So I am losing the tower of the cost of this tower. So I'm losing 7. Not a huge. Angle might be okay. 2-sided flame might be okay. think about flame is going to shoot in a straight line, so I would probably want to change my maze a little bit. And it would work good with this being broken, because it'd come down here, hit the TP, come back up. Can I make that work? Yeah, that rock break is a mistake. Had I broken this rock down here, now I think I have something. So, oops, it's going to yell at me that I'm... And this will do another thing for me too. Get rid of a lot of those 1x1s that are expensive. There. I don't want this open anymore. I do want that open. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up being flame. Okay, so look at the angles I got going here. Yeah, flame is where we're at. So flame is one of the harder towers to use. You need things running straight at you and straight away from you, which I do have here. So wasting $200 on a 4% map, I might still get away with this. Notice wind's damage is way up there. I've messed this up, not paying attention. Usually I'm stopping between 20 and 25 and then switching over to pure speed. So you should be spending all your money on speed until you're maxed out. Let's say I got to, at the end of next wave, I'll get to the low 30s. And if I have enough left over to buy 1 damage, then go ahead and just top yourself off. But it's a better investment to do just the speed. And looking, so this tower here, so all this is a mistake. It should all be shifted up 1. So I really didn't need a 1x1, but because I was panicking and in a hurry equals bad choices. So Entropy will punish you for doing quick things. And it'll show you something else here in a second. So if I had a tower here, up half a tower, I think I get 3 of them on the range instead of just 2. I don't think this one's on the range. So that's another tactical mistake. Not a smooth game on my part. So if you look at my damage, I'm like 2nd place. Wind is pretty good. Come over here and check our ratings. I'm way down from where I usually am. So I got ice cold about 8,000, wind. Yeah, we're all about the same. If you look, my all-time high is 12,000 there. So like I was saying, the other day I was up right about 10,000. To maintain 10,000 is quite difficult. Basically, you can't lose, and when you do lose, you want to be 2nd place. So there's ice cold. His high is 10,000. If you have a high score, all-time high score in the 10,000s, you definitely know what you're doing. You're a threat to beat pretty much anybody else who plays the game on any given game. I would say folks in the 6,000-ish range know most of the basics. By the time you cross 8,000, you're starting to know some advanced stuff. So it gives you an idea of what you're going to expect. So you notice my damage over here is caught up. I'm almost caught up here, which is good. So let's see. What else can we do? Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can put a 1x1 here to straighten out the line and make it a little bit longer. So remember, I'm down. Yeah, I could also potentially maze up here, like 1x1, and make them run this way. And I think wind has more time than me. So I'll show you something. On the worker, if you push 1 or the hotkey, or click here, that says your path, how long all these are. So he's complaining about the 1x1 cost being 30. 30 really isn't that bad. Oh, yeah. So we're noticing a little bug there. This game has been around quite a while, and it's pretty good about being bug free. The last week has been pretty brutal though. It's probably been the worst I've seen it as far as do they? I don't know. I don't know. They're both worth 30. I don't know what to tell them there. But I do want more maze. So what I'm gonna do here is do this and that, and don't target the one. You want to target the pack because obviously the flame is gonna burn the pack better than it's gonna blame. And I need to play that wave differently. I think I want to open it here and then let them come around this way because the TP isn't going to work anyways. I'm going to give up one pass on the minerals, but I'm going to gain a lot of maze length for that particular wave because that first one, when he touches it, everybody else turns around. So you saw that one, he barely got to me before they all turned around. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I do that. He's complaining he did something stupid. I'm like, yeah, join the club, dude. Entropy, you play long enough, you're going to do stupid stuff. It's such a puzzle, and there's so many ways that you can make mistakes. So over here, I wanted to fix this stuff. So I'm just going to build a TP over here so I can rearrange this junk. So I can't avoid... I guess I can't avoid it. Yeah, I can't do better than what I had, I don't think. Well, I can go there. But that doesn't let me do a 2x2 anyway, so nothing to be gained. Can come up a little bit more though. Let's see. Just trying to make them bend a little bit. Not sure if that's better or worse. See if I can keep them off the slow. No, not really. I think I got about the best maze I can possibly make. So again, I just wasted some money on that first rock break up there. So $200 in the trash can. This game is decided on how well you can save your towers, not building towers that you don't have to build, and using your money wisely. So I have not done a good job of that this game, but I hope to get away with it anyways. Notice my damage is pretty good now, right there with wind. So he just barely beat me that wave. Makes me wonder if we kind of did the same thing. Okay, so down here there's more stuff. Q is the bane of my existence. It's +1 to all towers. And here, there isn't going to be very many towers, so it's a bad investment. But if there's like 80 or even 50 towers, and this is cheap enough, like $20, $30, you almost have to take it. So, but usually in most games, there's a point where the strategy changes, where you should stop buying Q and switch over to a tower, and it is very hard to time that right. And if you get it wrong, you get severely punished, which is something I personally just struggle with. So, and I really despise Q as a strategy. That is one of the few complaints I have about the game is the idea that you can win by just building a regular maze, not having to choose a tower. Can I? So theoretically, I could build 1x1s and then build 1x1s all the way back up, which I think I'm going to do because I have the time and I have the money. So that's what I was talking about. That. So my tower isn't going to be ideally placed as far as hitting a good angle over here, but it will give me some time. It will give me some kills. The wavelength is really cheap, so my tower can already shoot forever, so it's not really a huge investment. This is so cheap that you almost have to take it. And when your damage gets close to your speed, time for a new tower. So I have a general idea that says if you are winning or at least very competitive, like I seem to be this game, do not change your idea. So don't switch towers midstream. Don't go one tower charge and then one tower splash. That usually is a bad idea. It seems to get you killed more often than not. So you notice now that little extra time. No, he still got me. Still close though. Okay. What I'm watching for, that scoutling, that next wave is going to be a huge difference. Most games you don't have to change your entire maze between most waves, but some particular waves there's a huge advantage to doing it. So there are games where you need 2 or 3 different mazes, so you're constantly tweaking it based on the waves that are being run. And a lot of it has to do with TP usages. So some of the immune waves, the drop bosses, the plate lanes. Drop boss is an air wave where every time it touches a point, it drops an ultralisk that starts running the maze. So if you can put the TP connected to the finish, you keep that ultralisk running as long as you possibly can, gives you something to shoot at. Look at that wave. I got a huge advantage there. Remember at the beginning I said these guys stay packed together, stay in a nice tight formation. Huge advantage for my flame. My flame tower is saying thank you very much. And that one wave has put me in the lead. Okay, so here we're going to totally change this up. Let's see if we can't. I want to open here. I want to close there. Open here. Close here. Alright, so now the first guy is just going to go here. But more importantly, the pack has to run this entire loop. Where in the past, the pack would get to about here when the fast runner would get to the checkpoint. Everybody turns around, and I would never really get to kill the pack. So I would be surprised and a little disappointed if I don't win this particular wave by a lot of kills. So watch there. You see how they're slow and they're packed? I think Wynn might have had the same idea there. It kind of looked like we did the same. So now I got to put everything back how I had it. It's going to yell at me because I've blocked the path. I got to come back over here. So you do get some time between the wave. That's a pretty frantic job of remazing. Not bad at all there. Finish off my speed. Should think about taking that next income. I'd be surprised if somebody doesn't have at least 4, maybe 5. Got to start thinking long term about what I'm going to do with these towers here because I'm out of range. I should have had these 3 plus that one for 4 on the speed or on the purple's bonus range, but I messed that up in a panic. So trying to rebound. It looks like Wind is struggling on this wave as well. This particular wave gives you a big bonus for hitting something close to your tower. So because my tower is always going to hit the thing closest to it, because of its splash flame, it's a big help there. So I'm starting to feel pretty good about this game. So I'm not going to income this wave because this wave is what you call mineraling. So if I come down here, Ling gives bonus based on its killer. So every one you kill, you get a small amount of money. So I think I can earn more by investing in trying to kill than I would if I was buying another income. So it would be 3 times, what is that, 39, be 23, 69 potential. And after you cross over 20, wave 20, you start getting a bonus. If you read in this area, it says wave 20 bonus now enacted or something weird like that. And flame is kind of annoying because you do have to do a little bit of micro. So I'm sitting here just mashing the right button and pointing to try and make it shoot in a straight line. Because otherwise what it's doing is it'll shoot at those ones like right here, pointing sideways, and you're only hitting one, which is not the optimal strategy. Make death. Somebody wants to see. Yeah, so I have a huge advantage. My flame was the right choice. Here's what this is saying. So their maze is just as good, but their tower is not as good. So again, I have 61, 61. Time for a new tower. There are exceptions to that rule, but this particular game, all of the towers are on the same spot, so they're all on just the 40 range. If this one had plus 100, this one had plus 50, I might go up to 70 maybe. If this one was maybe 50, then I might go a little bit higher, then build this one, and then go a little bit over, and then build this one. So it's just I'm sure there's some math involved there, but I've never bothered to do it, to be honest with you. I play a lot by feel and instinct, which I've acquired over tens of years. So I'm not sure. It's got to be close to 10 years. Oh, it looks like everybody's dead. So I got away with my mistake, it looks like. So it's always interesting to see after game what everybody had. What was he trying to do? So he had max passes doing, kind of the same idea, separating this backwards, breaking that bottom rock. He was using angle and damage field. What was he doing? Angles. Yeah, so just the splash. So he had 5 income. So I told you I was expecting to be behind. He only had 2. But hopefully you learned something interesting. Game. Every game's totally different, so that's what makes the game a lot of fun, in my opinion. So hope to see you around in the lobby soon. So take care.